Welcome back to the Washburn football preview series for the 2022 season. Jake with you as we are inching closer and closer to game day. We are 3 days away from game day between Washburn and the Lincoln Blue Tigers to start the 2020 season at Yager Stadium Bowl. 6 o'clock with the kickoff, 5:30 pregame coverage on your home for Washburn Athletics, Country 106.9 on the FM dial, and mycountry1069.com on the web if you want to listen to the games coming up this year. Don't forget, coming up Tuesday night, that is from Skinny Sports Bar and Grill, as we'll have the first two coaches shows on Tuesdays coming up. But if you want tickets, American Family Insurance agents will be there on Tuesday night at Skinny's for the show to give away some of the home opener tickets. But we continue with our countdown of the top 10 storylines and headlines going into the Washburn 2022 season. We just got done talking about the Washburn wide receivers. And the number 3 headline going into this upcoming season, it is going to be the secondary, the MI. It was once a running back league, but now with the times changing, this league is now throwing it around a lot more than ever. And this league has several quarterbacks returning from a year ago. Northwest Missouri, Nebraska Kearney, Emporia, Central Oklahoma, Pitt State, Missouri Western, all have their quarterbacks coming back, and they all know opposing secondaries. The Ichabods, though, have some good and some bad when it comes to the secondary. The bad would be that they lost their top corner a year ago. Marquise Manning really played well last year, first team all conference. He really didn't see a whole lot of action because he played so well as a junior, and then last year he was fantastic. 3 interceptions for Marquise. He was really good. So that is a big hole that the Ichabod team is going to have to fill at the corner spot. Good news, though. They do return pretty much every single safety from a year ago. That is a huge positive. They returned 3 safeties, and that's going to be the strength. Kevin Neal Jr., Peyton Lane, both had great seasons a year ago. Both had huge games in that Northwest game. Peyton Lane with an interception, and then you had Kevin Neal at the end of the game with the interception. Also got Jordan Finney, Shannon Ross, Mike Esquibo, all are 3 safeties that also saw time a year ago. So that is 5 safeties who know the system, who know this defense, who are going to be back. So if one of them goes down, we got guys to fill in. Finney and Ross can play, and same thing. Big seasons expected for Kevin Neal and Peyton Lane coming up. So safety, a big plus. And that's a big reason to do so much. I think it might be the toughest position in this Washburn defense because you have to take on offensive linemen at times. You're at the line of scrimmage at times. You also have to run and play deep at times at the safety spots. It's a tough task to ask some of these players, but to have that experience is a huge bonus for the Washburn Ichabods this year. They really should be experienced at that safety spot. Cornerback-wise, that is the one that might be the biggest question. Cornerback-wise, losing Marquise Manning, but they do have a starter back. Christian Clark, Shawnee Heights T-Bones last year, had an interception, started to play well. So the Ichabods will lean on Clark to be one of the guys to lead this young cornerback group this upcoming season. Now, they do have another returner. He didn't play last year. That was Jamison Phelps. He practiced last year but did not play. He had a little bit of an illness, and so he's going to be asked to step in to be one of these top 3 corners that Washburn likes to play 3 corners, kind of rotate a little bit. Last year, Manning, was the helmet one, but they rotated a little bit last year, but with positive. Jamison Phelps has been there in 2019. The 2 corners that are asked to be helped with the depth this year, Martin Gipple, a sophomore out of Denver, saw a little bit of action last year. And then redshirt freshman corner Braylon Alexander out of Sugar Hill, Georgia, is also going to be sliding in and playing a little bit. So the corner position is one that they do have a returner, but they've got some guys who also have played. The question is, how have they developed through the summer, through the spring, as well as leading into this fall? Safety will be the strength of this secondary, but corner, they'll have some new faces there to step up and play well in this passing league. And if they're able to step up and play well in this passing league, then you got to think this Washburn defense, with that defensive line, with the safeties and everything, should be pretty strong. But the safety position, pretty good. Corner, we'll see how they look against Lincoln. And then a real tough test, week number 2, against that pass-happy offense against the Central Missouri Mules. Coming up tomorrow, one of the most, I guess you could say, since the Craig Schurig era. They've always had returners, but this year only one is back, and it might be a question mark. We'll get to that coming up tomorrow as we lead into the Washburn home opener coming up in just 3 days. That is crazy. We'll get to that coming up tomorrow right here on this video preview series.